Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another perfume review video. My name is Naz. This is my channel, the King of Hidden Gems. I try to bring to your attention fragrances are usually very good value for money. They smell good. They're usually under the radar. Not many people talk about them. I think at least you should do your research, try them for yourself and see if they're any good to you. So in this video I have another update for you, and this update is for the house or the brand of Pino Silvestre. And this one is Pino Silvestre Italian Citrus. This one is classified as aromatic fougere, and it came out last year, 2022 I think. This is one of the latest one anyway from the Pino Silvestre house, and I am very happy to say this is very good. Yes, you can tell by my smile. Okay, so let's start with the longevity. The longevity is good or moderate. It's not huge. On my skin went up to 6 hours, and on t-shirt went easily over 8 hours. So it's one of those fragrances that you have to combine it. I would say 5 on the skin and 5 on the materials or shirt, and that will be ample enough for you smell it for all day. So it's quite good, you know, it's moderate, it's not a huge performer. But for just be on the safe side, I would say on the skin it lasts about 4 to 6 hours. On t-shirt 7 to 8 hours. On my t-shirt went easily over 10 hours. So it is you know, it's very good on t-shirt, but on skin is moderate. In terms of projection, you have an arm length of projection for almost an hour, and then slowly it will subside. But you always have a small bubble, a small cloud, and the trail is not bad either. So everything is moderate here, it's not big. If you over spray it, it will last longer and it will project better. Anything between maybe 10 to 12 sprays, it will be ample enough for you. I mean, I put 5 sprays on myself and about 2 to 3 on t-shirt, and that was ample enough for me to smell it all day, especially indoors. If you want to go outdoors, I would say at least 10 or 10 plus. As I said, combination of skin and t-shirt, and you will smell it and others will smell it as well. So not bad for the, especially for the price. This is a 75 ml edited toilette. I paid under £10 for it, which is very good for that price. The only regret is I didn't buy a bigger bottle. If you are going to buy it, go for a bigger bottle, go for 125 ml, because between them is only 3-4 pounds difference, but you're getting much more juice, almost double the juice. So I might get another one. I might get a backup bottle, 125 ml of it. So I liked it so much, very much. This is, as he says, citrus, Italian citrus is very huge on the citrus, especially the lemon and the bergamot was massive in here. Let me read you the ingredients and we'll take it from there. So as I said, this is aromatic fougere / citrus. On top we have a bergamot, lemon, oak moss, patchouli. In the middle we have lavender, thyme, pine needles and clary sage, and in the base we have fair balsam, musk, and also apple, which I don't get that much of it. So everything in here is quite correct. Apart from the apple, I don't get much, maybe tiny bit in the beginning, maybe from first, I don't know, 20 minutes or so, or half an hour, you get a little bit of fruity tinge to it, which probably is come from the apple. But mainly this is, forget the apple, this is about citruses, and it's done beautifully. This is now Pino Silvestre, now you're talking. Do what you are best at. This is what you are good at, and do and repeat. This is actually, the coloring should be green, but because the original one is green, they went with a different coloring, and it's understandable. But forget the blue color, there's nothing in here is blue. Everything is here is either yellow or green. So the bottle should have been either yellow or green whatever. So this reminds me of three fragrances. Yes, first thing first, it reminds me of this beauty, which is Bowling Green by Geoffrey Beene. This is unfortunately been discontinued, and now we can't find it. If even you find it, it's very big prices, probably £100 or so. So if you like this, you will love this. The only difference is the Geoffrey Beene is a little bit sweeter. This one, the sweetness is a little bit less, but everything else is very similar in terms of the citruses, in terms of the green aspect, the herbal aspect, the leafy, the woody, the everything else is very close to this. I would say they are about 80% close to each other. So if you like Geoffrey Beene's, or you've been looking to get one and you couldn't because it's been discontinued, this is very good alternative to it. It reminds me of two more fragrances. Cento, Milano Cento. So it reminds me of Milano Cento for him as well. Again, around 80% similarity to that one, very close to that one. Again, citrus green, aromatic. By the way, the lavender in here is quite big as well. That's why I'm making it very aromatic. So it opens up super citrusy, very refreshing, very inviting, very easygoing, very uplifting, very inviting, very everything you want from the citrus fragrance is in here, and it's done very well. Everything is balanced, nothing's out of place, plus it's very rounded and smooth, which is quite, you know, well done, Pino Silvestre, because with citruses sometimes they get a little bit sharp. Here you don't get that much sharpness, although maybe the first 5 minutes it's a little bit on the sharp, but after that it becomes very smooth and it's very rounded. Although there's nothing here to make it rounded, there's no sandalwood, there's no jasmine, there's no vanilla, but somehow they managed to make it quite rounded and smooth, which is, you have to give them the prop for that. So big citrus, especially the bergamot and lemon. Lemon is the biggest player here, massive lemon. The lemon is here just juicy and is to die for. When my wife smelled it, this is what she said, and it is very accurate. The second she smelled it, she said, "Oh, I smell a fresh lemon with the green leaves on top of it." Basically, when you go to an orchid, the citrus orchid, and you're walking through this orchid, and it's in the spring and everything is blossoming and the trees are very happy and green, and you pick up a very ripe yellow juicy lemon, and when you pick it there are a few leaves and little bit of stem on it, and this is what you smell here. It's very good, it's very realistic, it's very close to the natural smelling, and that makes it amazing for this price. Although I'm not sure how they manage it, it smells quite natural to me. It doesn't smell syntheticness at all. So they manage something very good here, and it's very natural smelling. As I said, it's like an orchid, citrus orchid, and you pick up this lemon with the smell of those stems and the green leaves of the lemon tree. Is very inviting. So yeah, beauty in a bottle. Highly recommend it. I won't say masterpiece, because look, lemon fragrances, although they are quite readily available out there, especially in Italian realm. If you go to Italy, I've been to Italy myself a few times, and you smell this smell almost everywhere. Almost any boutique, any shop, any perfume fragrance shop, you smell this smell repeatedly. But when you come out of Italy, then it becomes, I won't say hard to find, but I said this in my videos many times, that Italians know how to do citrus, Italians know how to do green, and these two aspects of citrus and green is done to perfection here, although it's very cheap, under £10. And that is the strength of this fragrance. For the price, they done a very good job, because as I said before, when you go to Italy, there are so many fragrances that smells amazing, but they are pricey. It's very seldom you find something quite cheap with this nice and quite a good quality smell. So the other fragrance that it reminds me of is Estee Lauder for Man. That's the tower block shape bottle, which is again very sought after. It's not been discontinued, but it's not readily available for some reason. You can't find it everywhere. There are 1 or 2 places you can find it, but it is, you have to pay the price for it, around 70 to 80 pounds. So if you like Estee Lauder for Men as well, which that one is considered to be one of the best citrus fragrances out there, fresh fragrance, aromatic citrus, green fragrance. Again, this one is very good alternative to it. I would say around 80% similar to that one as well. So they've done a very good job here. Goodness me, what a smell. The only thing is, the only caveat is, this is quite mature. So because it's on the classic side, because it reminds you of very classical fragrances from 70s and 80s, very masculine, citrus, aromatic, fresh, green fragrance. The history of men's fragrances is almost full of fragrances similar to this. So it reminds you of classical fragrances. It reminds you of 70s and 80s fragrances. It reminds you of perfumery, which was in my opinion, the height of, or the peak of perfumery was in 70s and 80s, and maybe 90s to some extent as well. So highly recommend it. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Wifey loved it. She said it's very refreshing, obviously, because it's very citrusy, green, aromatic, and also quite there's not much sweetness in here. The sweetness comes from the apple and the citruses, so the sweetness is minimal. I would say maybe 3 or 2 or 3 in terms of scale, 10 being the sweetest. This is around 2 or 3, so there's almost no sweetness here, but everything else is perfection in a bottle. Very well done. So it says musk. I get a little tiny bit of muskiness, and the musk in here is very clean, but again, musk is not the biggest player here. So the biggest players are lemon, massive, especially for the first hour or 2, and after lemon is the greenness, the green aspect, the leafy, the herbal aspect. Clary sage, yes. You got thyme, yes. You got pine needle, yes. You got the fair balsam, yes. So everything in here is shouts green. The patchouli here is giving it the foundation, and also it lifts everything up, and it makes it quite long lasting. If it wasn't for patchouli, everything else would have been very short lived. So the patchouli here giving it longevity. Again, oak moss here giving it that green aspect, earthy green, little bit of watery aspect to it as well. So overall, highly recommend it. Amazing for the price, you cannot beat it. But again, on the mature side, this is not for youngsters. If you like lemony fragrances, lemony green aromatic fragrances, then the age doesn't mean anything. But to me, this is on the mature side. This is definitely suited for warmer weather. Very uplifting. At the moment, we are in the middle of summer, and I thoroughly enjoyed it because of the warmth of the weather. This is just designed for warm weather, and you can dress it up, dress it down. You can formal, informal, day, night. So in that terms, it's very versatile. Overall, yes, highly recommend it. If you liked Geoffrey Beene Bowling Green, this is for you. If you like Estee Lauder for Men, this is for you. If you like Cento, what was it? Milano Cento, this is for you. So this is for people who like this kind of fragrances. Okay guys, thank you very much for joining me. As always, if you like what I do, if you find it useful, informative or valuable, you know what to do. Hit those buttons, like, subscribe, comments, share this video. This way you help me, encourage me, motivate me to make videos like this in future. Your help, your encouragement will take this channel a long way, and I appreciate that very much. If you want to buy one of my own fragrances, they are out of this world. They are super artistic, ultra beast mode, amazing value for money, 100% natural, but you need to live in United Kingdom in order to purchase them. I leave them in the links as well. Thank you very much, and I see you later. Bye bye bye.